We got some Friday night action. The Chicago Bears will be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in the third and final game of the preseason. What should we look out for in this game? Watch this video to hear my thoughts. Now, guys, it is super hot outside. It's still August, and if you want to be smelling good at the Bears games, at the tailgates, wherever you're going this football season, I'd highly recommend using Mando products to do that. Mando is the sponsor of today's video, and they actually sent me a bunch of products which I've been using for the past couple months. They have the whole body deodorant spray, they got the stick deodorant, they sent me invisible cream, and also the acidified body wash. And trust me, these products are a game changer. They keep you smelling good all day, no matter how hot it is outside. They help control sweat, they prevent odor, they keep you smelling good the entire day, and up to 72 hours for some of these products, right? So I've been having a good experience using them. I'd highly recommend you guys use them as well. As a special offer to my listeners, my viewers, you guys can actually get a fantastic discount if you are a new customer. You have to go to shopmando.com, shopmando.com. You use my promo code DWCP, you get 20% off site-wide, and there's a variety of products to choose from. I would recommend going for the starter pack as well. That's perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping as well. And they have a variety of different scents to choose from, like bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Clover Woods, or Pro Sport. I personally love the Mount Fuji and the bourbon leather scents, 2 of my personal favorites. I would recommend you guys try those as well. And again, if you guys want to try this out for yourself, new customers, go to shopmando.com, use promo code DWCP for 20% off site-wide. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears preseason prediction video, which I'll be doing before every single Bears game this year. And in this video, I just kind of want to go over what I'm looking for in this game. Obviously, we don't really care if the Bears win or lose this game because it is only preseason, but there's still a lot I'll be watching out for in this game. And the best news is, guys, is that starters will be playing on both sides. Okay, both Andy Reid and Ben Johnson have announced starters will be playing in this game. Now, we're not sure how long they're going to be playing. It's probably only going to be maybe a few drives, maybe a quarter at the very most. I don't think they're going to be playing too long in this game, but still, it's going to be fun to see what we can do against a Super Bowl level team, a Super Bowl level quarterback, and a Super Bowl level head coach. It's going to be fun to see how we stack up against that top level team. The Bears are building up to being that one day eventually, but coming off a 5-win season, there's a lot of growing we still have to do before before we've reached that point. But I'm really curious to see how Caleb performs against a top defense like the Chiefs have. I want to see how our defense can slow down Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Now, obviously, it's going to be a vanilla offense versus vanilla defense, so you don't want to take away too much from this game, but it's still going to be really interesting to see what actually happens. And I'll begin by talking about the Bears starting offense first of all. So I hope the running backs do play in this one. DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson, and Kyle Monangai did not play in the last game, and those 3 factor to be our starting 3 running backs for this upcoming season. They're probably going to rotate in and out, but I hope that some of them at least get the chance to play to see what this run game can be in 2025. The Bears had one of the worst run games in all of football last year. So against a tough defensive line, I want to see if the Bears are able to run the football. I want to see our playmakers get open against top-level cornerbacks and defensive backs. Steve Spagnuolo is one of the best defensive coordinators in the game, so I'm curious to see what he actually brings towards Caleb. It's not going to be, again, a crazy game plan or anything, but there will be pressure at some points in this game. He's going to throw pressure Caleb's way, and we'll see how Caleb responds to that pressure. The last game, the offensive line did pretty good for the most part. The ball got out of Caleb's hands pretty fast, so I want to see the same thing happen in this game. I want to see Caleb attack all areas of the field. I want to see Caleb in the starting offense score a touchdown, because that's what Ben Johnson was hired here to Chicago to do. He was hired here to score touchdowns, not just field goals. So I hope the Bears can put together a scoring drive, and I hope Caleb looks as polished as he did in the last game against the Buffalo Bills. And talking about the Bears defense, what do I want to see out of them? So I basically just want to see them put together some type of stop against Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Like, he's going to get his big time plays without a doubt, but I do want to see us, put together some stop and not just allow him to score back to back for however many drives he's out there. Hopefully we can give some resistance to this pretty nice offense. Now, the Chiefs playmakers aren't like the best in the game by any means, but Patrick Mahomes, he always makes something happen out of nothing. He's one of the best to ever do it. So whoever's out there with him at the playmaker spot, like, he's probably going to get the ball into their hands at some point because he's that good of a quarterback. So, I'm just mainly looking for us to get some pressure on the quarterback, hopefully force Mahomes into making some mistakes. You're not going to be throwing crazy coverages at him, but maybe we do see a couple blitzes here and there. Maybe we get to Patrick Mahomes, get him into the dirt. And I'm just hoping for competitive football from both our starters and our defense. Again, if they're only out there for a couple drives or a quarter at the very most, it's very hard to know what to actually take away. But if they can look competitive out there, if we're at least tied with the Chiefs starters, I think Bears fans will be feeling pretty good going into week 1 of the season, because again, the Chiefs are going to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year. They always are. They have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and a stacked defense. So, I really want to see like where the Bears are at this point in time. Can they compete with a team like this? If they can, that's going to make the 2025 season a lot more fun. But putting the starters aside, guys, what am I looking out for from the backups? Well, this is the backups' last chance to prove that they can make the Chicago Bears roster. Okay, this is the last game tape they're going to put out there for the coaches. So guys on the edge of this roster, guys like Tyshim Johnson, for example, guys like Tyler Scott. I think Tyler Scott is also fighting for a job, on this team with all the receiver depth that we have. He's not guaranteed a spot anymore, so he's fighting for his job. Guys like Amen Ogbongbemiga, with the linebackers that we added Ruben Hippolyte, and Noah Sewell taking a step up. He's a guy that has to fight for a spot. If you look on the defensive line, Dominique Robinson entering year 4. This is his last chance to do anything for the Chicago Bears, because I highly doubt the Bears will re-sign him. So if he wants any hope at, having an NFL career, now's the time for Dominique Robinson to make big-time plays. I don't think any Bears fan at this point has any belief in Dominique Robinson, but maybe he proves us wrong. Maybe he goes out here, has a fantastic game, makes the roster, but that's obviously pretty far-fetched. And if you look at some of the other guys, I mean, the 4th running back spot could be open if the Bears keep 4 running backs. Travis Homer is fighting for that spot. Ian Wheeler is fighting for that spot. We have a couple other guys too. So, a lot of battles still happening at the end of this roster. You guys may think that these final roster spots don't matter, but I guarantee you guys, like, every single year injuries happen. So that 53rd man can make a big difference, especially on special teams too, guys. Like, whoever does make the roster at the very end, they're going to be asked to be contributors on special teams every single game, to help the Bears with field position. So that is why this game is pretty important for the Chicago Bears to decide who is going to make the roster at the very end. And one more thing that I forgot to talk about is that the left tackle battle is still ongoing. Okay, we still don't know who's going to be the left tackle week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. Is it going to be Braxton Jones? Is it going to be Ozzy Trapillo? Is it going to be Theo Benedict, the Canadian Eagle, who has snuck into this battle somehow? I'll be really curious to see how Theo does in this game, because he's been having a really good camp, really good preseason as well, and the Chicago Bears coaches seem to love him. So if there's any hope of him starting week 1, I think he would be starting in this game at the beginning. And if he does well against the Chiefs starters, then you can pencil him in as a Bears starting left tackle for 2025. That would be a crazy story if that actually happened. Although at this point in time, I still think it's going to be Braxton Jones, but Theo is definitely giving these guys a run for their money somehow. He's been having a great training camp. But as for my score prediction, guys, who do I think is going to win this game? It's really hard to predict because it is preseason, but I have the Chicago Bears winning this game by a score of 28-21. The Bears have been pretty good in the preseason, especially last game with the starters playing. They absolutely destroyed the Buffalo Bills. So I think that with how good our backups have been playing, with how hungry they are, with the new coaching staff here, all the new energy, I think that's going to carry the Chicago Bears to a victory. Although, again, doesn't matter in the slightest if the Bears win or lose this game. I don't really care. All I want to see is no injuries, first of all, and great play out of both the starters and the backups. So let me know what you guys think about this game in the comments down below. I'm keeping this video pretty short because there's not too much to talk about with it being the third preseason game, but I will have a reaction video out for you guys either late Friday night or probably sometime Saturday, so keep a lookout for that. But as always guys, bear down.